We'd like to start by showing a short film.
People learn by a number of different ways. People learn by seeing and hearing and experiencing, and they learn by doing. They learn by feeling. I think throughout our lives as humans, we are trying to make sense of the world we live in and the roles we play in that world. And learning is just the term that defines that very complicated process.
What do I think learning is? Well, I think learning is a process. It's taking in information and learning how to apply that information. It's the goal, I think, of learning is to get to what someone like Howard Gardner might talk about as deep understanding. The ability to apply a theory that you're learning about to sort of an unknown setting.
We still do have a lot to learn about how we can inspire students and how we can provide the best developmental opportunities for students.
It is an opportunity to reflect on your thinking, to reflect on your strategies, to reflect what went well. It is to engage in metacognitive work, to think about thinking. Project-based learning, is real world. It is something or a process, and I think its best form that takes what the student is learning and ties it sort of to the world outside.
Oh, Mondays. I hate Mondays. They're typically boring, and the classes drag on for what seems like forever.
It's always the same. But today, something different happened. This teacher I had sophomore year, Mrs. Corder, talked to us about this thing called TEDx, where students can present ideas they have about anything.
I originally thought about doing a presentation on design, but then I started to think more about education.
Education is the one thing I have most experience in. I'm a senior, which means I've had 13 years of education. And that was the first time anyone had ever told me, say whatever you want. That gave me an idea for a different kind of school, one where students choose where they want to learn.
That's it. I'll do a presentation on project-based learning.
Today, Mrs. Corder told me that there's another student who also has the same idea about education. She said we should meet and see about working together.
I don't know Suanny, and I have no idea what she looks like.
I don't know who Katarina is or what she looks like, nor do I have any experience working with people that I don't know. But we decided to meet anyway and work together.
We started sharing ideas, and one thing we researched was Gestalt,
which basically means that two heads are better than one. And we discovered that it's true. Together, Katarina and I cut the big idea of education into something small that we could handle, project-based learning. And we put together a great plan.
On Wednesday, we met with our principal, Mr. Gunnan, and he asked us a lot of questions that would lead us in the right direction for our presentation instead of telling us exactly what to do.
He narrowed down our resources for us, gave us specific websites to go to, gave us specific learning goals. Essentially, he was a perfect teacher for project-based learning, and exactly what we needed. 21st century skills. That's what you call those skills that you're still going to need after you graduate, in the real world. And the way that technology and society is advancing, we don't exactly know what the job requirements of tomorrow are going to be. That's where project-based learning comes in.
Project-based learning teaches students how to solve new problems and how to think on your feet. And we experienced that with making a film because we actually lost some things that we filmed and we had to refilm everything. We had to keep changing ideas, but it eventually led to a good product. Project-based learning is a different way for students to learn. They work in groups and they share each other's ideas and they get to choose what they learn. So they're motivated.
What you learn really sticks with you because you're the one choosing it. It's never boring, and it's always what you want it to be. So what does project-based learning look like in a classroom? Well, first of all, you don't really even need a classroom. All you need is a group of students with a common learning goal.
And a special teacher, one that guides the students instead of telling them what to do. You need a teacher that's an expert in learning.
So what we've done, essentially, is project-based learning on project-based learning.
This is our project, and we've learned so much about learning and the education system, and we think that other students can benefit from learning this way as well.
Thank you.